That's that money talk. That's that money talk. Got a lot of fans, a lot of haters, we just let them talk. Cause them never phases to the paper. What you talking about? The earth will really shake it with this craters that we throwing out, yeah.
So no, you got Titty Freedom Homes. Block his number immediately. I will epic kill him. I promise.
What is up, you guys? It's your boy T-Rex back with another video, and today we're talking about the Eagles versus the Cowboys. So if you're down with that, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe, and turn post notifications so you know that keep that night strong. And let's get right into it. Make sure you share with everybody you know. So the Cowboys disappointingly lost 17-9 to the Eagles today, and defense actually did not play bad. Just a horrendous performance by the offense, and Dak Prescott especially. Dak Prescott missed a lot of throws today. He missed a lot of throws today, and throughout the week, you know, we were talking about this shoulder injury that he had. He missed a lot of throws last week, too. These last 2 weeks, he's been missing throws that he's been making all season. And, you know, like I said, throughout this whole week, we've been talking about this shoulder injury that Dak's had, that he's, you know, been struggling through. And, you know, he was like, he's fine. He's been through this injury a couple times in college, throughout college, and he's fine. I was like, he's fine, but you know, I don't know, like, this is one of the worst throwing performances of Dak's career. Like, literally, he was just missing easy throws. Throws that you can't miss. You know, one was blatant touchdown to Tavon Austin at the end of the game. Tavon Austin was wide open. He would have been gone, and Dak missed it. A throw that he made, was that just last week? It's a throw he made just last week. So, even when he was having a bad week last week, it was a throw he made just last week. Michael Gallup had a drop on, like, 2 plays later where it was a perfect throw by Dak. So, you know, just, you know, receivers, quarterback, not on the same page. You know, Zeke only averaging 3.6 yards a carry. Tony Pollard fumbled the one time he got a chance to do something on 3rd and 1, and it's just... It's terrible. It's actually pretty crazy that we lost today, because it's just been an inconsistent roller coaster ride with the Cowboys this year. Like I said, last week we looked like a really great team that could contend for the playoffs, and this week we were like, no. Last week we killed the Rams, and, you know, we come back to a team who doesn't have nearly as many weapons as the Rams. And our defense didn't play terrible, but they also didn't play great. We come to here to a team that doesn't have as many weapons as the Rams, and we struggle. Like I said, their defense isn't even as good as the Rams. Their defense is actually one of the worst in the league as far as, you know, their passing, their secondary goes, and we couldn't do anything. Our receivers weren't even creating that much separation until the end of the game. You know, I was looking at some of the plays, and I'm like, can they create separation? Like, can Dak have a window to throw to? Y'all know he's struggling, so can he get a little bit of a window to throw to? Like, all those windows are tight window throws, like, which Dak is usually making, but they're not creating separation. They weren't creating separation the whole night. And, you know, and we're, throughout this season, we've been like, fire Jason Garrett. Well, guess what? Fire Jason Garrett, all right? Fire him now. That 4th and 8 for the touchdown, Michael Gallup, I mean, it was a good pass. I didn't, you know, the play call wasn't terrible, but Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb, not on the field. Why? Randall Cobb, first of all, got us all the way down the field. And I believe he completed the 4th and, what was it? 4th and 9? 4th and 9? He completed the 4th and 9 to get us down the field right before then. So, I don't understand. I don't understand why he wasn't on the field. Then Amari Cooper's our number 1. He's our number 1. We got to trust in him, you know? Anytime he's on the field, he's a problem for the defense. We got to trust him. And them not being on the field really draws question marks. Why are they not on the field on 4th and 8? The play of the game. The play of the game. Why are they not there? They should be on the field. And that was just really great defense by Sidney Jones because it was a good pass, and Michael Gallup made good effort for the ball, but just before it got there, Sidney Jones tipped it, looked back at the ball. That's really good. And I remember he was supposed to be really good coming out the draft out of Washington or Washington. No, it was Washington. Out of Washington. So yeah, it was just a really good play by him. But yeah, like I said, this team has just been through an inconsistent roller coaster ride, and we just look like we don't have. It's like this team plays with no heart. I don't know. I saw a couple plays where they were riled up. A couple of them, Michael Bennett. But this team, they confuse me. Like I said, inconsistent roller coaster ride. And it was like it's one of those times where I was like during the Bears game, I'm like, what's wrong with this team? Why can't we get anything going? Look at this talent. And number one passing offense, number 8, number 6 probably in rushing, number 1 in total offense, and we're 7 and 8. And today we weren't even, the yards don't even back that up. Like our offense was not there. I think we had maybe a couple red zone plays, but we barely got to the red zone today. It was terrible. But yeah, Carson Wentz dotted us up, especially in the beginning of the game. Chidobe Awuzie got ate up. And I will say, once we took him out the game, our defense started to lock up a little bit because it was 10-0. Was it 10-0? Or am I tripping? No, I believe it was 10-0 at the beginning of the game. Then once we switched it up, they didn't score until the second half. So, yeah, he was getting ate up the whole game. And when they did score, it was a miscommunication between Jordan Lewis and Malcolm Smith, who we just picked up. It looked like Jordan Lewis was playing man coverage, and Malcolm Smith was in the zone, and Greg Ward just went on a wheel route, and he was wide open. That was a total momentum play that, could have changed the game. But you definitely can't just blame this game on the defense because defense actually played pretty good. It's just our offense was not able to put up points. We did not score a touchdown. We had 3 field goals. Kai Forbath did really well today. He hit 2 long ones today, so he's continuing to do well. But our offense did not score. Our offense did not score, okay? And that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. And I believe this is the second time this season that our offense did not put up a touchdown. The first time was against the Saints, and that just can't happen. That's unacceptable, inexcusable. And, yeah, the Tony Pollard fumble hurt us. I believe that was one of the only times we were in the red zone, and it really hurt. It was a terrible play call, by the way. The pitch, the little option play, that was a terrible play call. Don't know why it was called. It's just 3rd and 1. Be simple. Be simple, okay? Zeke actually be taken off the game for those 2 plays. Don't know why. I mean, I trust in Tony Pollard. I love Tony Pollard, and I believe he could have, got us the first down. But that was just a terrible play call. And if you're Tony Pollard, you got to hold on to the ball. But yeah, just terrible game by my Cowboys. All right. And it looks like we're gonna miss the playoffs. And honestly, if it gets Jason Garrett fired, then so be it. In order for us to make the playoffs, the Eagles are going to have to lose to the Giants, and we have to win to the Redskins, which isn't impossible the way both seasons have been looking. Both teams have been inconsistent. This is an Eagles team that just lost to the Dolphins, so them losing to the Giants isn't something crazy. It can happen, but I don't expect this to happen. And this Cowboys team really doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs. They don't. And they blew it. They blew it today. They blew it, especially Dak Prescott. Just so many easy throws missed. Can't do that. Can't do that, especially in a playoff game. And when you're saying we have to rewrite our story, we control our own destiny. When you're saying those words, when you're saying you're just fine, you can't miss those throws. And that's exactly what he did, and we paid for it. We paid for it. And, the inconsistency throughout the season, we paid for that too because it got us to 7-8 right now and out the playoffs. So we pay for everything. Everything that's came our way, we deserve it. And hopefully there are repercussions throughout, the front office, the coaching staff, and even some player changes too. We gotta fix something. Something has to be fixed, and but that's it for this video. Cowboys unfortunately lost. Eagles aren't clinched yet, but they're probably gonna go to the playoffs. They deserve to, especially beating us with all those injuries they have. And I said this while the game was going on. Eagles gotta look at their training staff because they were getting injured during the game and they were falling like flies during the game. So they gotta look at their training staff because they got a lot of injuries and dudes just keep getting injured. They gotta look at that, but yeah, they through all the injuries they beat us and they beat two other teams 2 weeks in a row too. So yeah, good win by them. And that's it for the video. If you liked it, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications. You know I like keep that night game strong. Sure, if everybody know. I'll see you for another one. So peace.
This is for them shawties with them dollars. This is for them shawties that don't need a baller. And we gon' make it to the top, that's on my mama. Money machine counting all this guala. This